Can you hear
Clubhouse
me?
T.
I can hear you, mate. If your partner
Uh,
didn't post you, would you be offended?
um, I mean, that's a good question. Well, I think it depends on how active my partner is on social media. Personally, I'm not very active on social media, so I won't post. I won't post my partner, to be honest. But if if my partner was really present on social media and was the type that was, is always posting things, then I'll slightly feel jaded, but I don't think I'll make a fuss about it. But it's to come across my mind. Like, why is she not posting me, or why
Clubhouse
has she
T.
never posted me? Especially if it was like my birthday or something, you know. Yeah, I'll feel a bit sensitive about it, but not enough to go over the top and make big issue about it.
Okay, okay. Tatiana. Yeah. Tell me I said your name right, please.
It's Tatiana.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've got it right.
You got
Would you
it
be
right.
offended if your partner didn't post you?
So I didn't hear that question, but the topic, personally, it depends. I agree. It depends on how active my partner is. Um, I like to be publicly claimed. I have never gone through the experience of people trying to ruin my relationship. Um, so
Clubhouse
I like
T.
to be publicly claimed, and I would publicly claim my partner. Now, all the time, I'm not really pressed for it, but if they're always posting about certain things that they're proud of or certain things that they like, then I would definitely like to be part of that. Um, so yeah, it would be a want of mine, not necessarily a need. But again, if you're very active and this is something that you do, then I would expect it.
Yeah. I respect it. Akesha.
Akeisha's fine.
Akeisha, sorry, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. No, it's okay. I'm hearing you butchering people's names this morning. It's okay. Good morning, everyone. For the question, I'm not posting no guy on my social
Clubhouse
media
T.
unless they are consistently active in my life and we have that conversation as far as what it is that we're doing progressively. Because I mean, I can post my male friends, I can post, you know what I'm saying? And again, my Instagram is not, I mean, I don't have a lot of followers, but I do have some following, and it's, I'm gonna be a little modest. Like I can be a little lit at times. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want anyone that, because at the end of the day, I'm single. I don't want anyone feeling like I am taken, because sometimes men can do that. I can be out with guys platonically that may have some type of feeling for me, and I could be in my story, like posting, and they're all up in it and they try to act like they're with me, and nah, I see. So that's why I'm not posting no guy. I'm not posting no guy unless, again, we have that conversation as far as what me and that person is, we're doing, um unless, so that I know that
Clubhouse
what we're
T.
doing if we're moving forward. Because I don't want to feel stupid if I'm dealing with a guy today and then it doesn't work out and I post them, and then tomorrow, because then how's that going to look on the people that that follow me? They're like, oh, that bitch is with a whole bunch of niggas all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be viewed as that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, nah.
I respect it.
That's a
I
great
respect it.
point. Great point.
Really, really good points. Next we got Cameron. What's good, bro?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Good morning. So to the question about, my past about being on somebody's social media, I think like what everybody else said, like if my partner isn't on social media actively and they don't really post like personal things on it, I would consider myself to be like a personal part of their life. So I wouldn't, feel a way about that. But I mean, again, if you're just like posting things, or even if you're like posting something about like, like what you're grateful for, or like holidays, or like whatever, and then you're posting like
Clubhouse
everybody
T.
or whatever, like let's say like Christmas or whatever, and like, I had a good time at Christmas and we're like clearly together at Christmas, and then I'm not a part of that post, I would then have some like reservation as to like why not, because it's not solely about me at that point in time, right? And so that's a little different than like a unique individualized post. And for me also, just like, I feel like my partner is like really private in general. So like I had posted my partner on social media and then just took the picture down because it was just like, I mean, not that we're not together, not that things aren't, you know, still what they are, but it just also didn't feel like it was everybody's business at the same time, you know? So I feel like if anything, the most that like my partner will get is like maybe like a post on like a story or something, you know, in like my close friends group or whatever that already knows, and I know they're like there for like my relationship, and support my relationship with my partner. So that's about the only way I would do it at this point in time, because I also just don't post a lot on social media anyway. So that's my thoughts.
I feel you, brother. I feel you. Aleka.
Good morning. Good morning.
morning.
So to answer the question, I don't care about posting on social media. I'm a very private person. And I also think, like a lot of people mention, you know, that puts on, depending on who your viewers are and how public or open you are, it puts a certain facade out there of people thinking as though they know the situation or they know what's going on in your life, depending on how much you share, obviously. But for me, it's like, it's really all about communication with the partner. If you are at that level where you both, you know, he wants to shout you out, and then you're like, okay, I'll shout you out. Great. But I think it's having that discussion together that's important no matter what, and keeping it real between the two of you on a constant. Social media be damned. But my other thing is, though, I came out of a shit situation a while back where I found out the person I was seeing at the time was not only every single photo, dude, on his grid was taken by a different woman. And he was not only balancing a relationship with me, granted, I barely saw this fool, so I'm actually very grateful. He was balancing a relationship with not one, not two, but 5 other women. I don't know how anybody does that, especially during a pandemic.
I'm sorry.
During a
Yeah.
panoramic?
I can't make this shit up. This is
What?
like a shitty Lifetime movie
And
pitch.
still
I
posted
can't
them?
make this shit up. But I'm telling you, and he
My God,
literally
yeah.
did that. And his tool, though, what we realized is social media. He goes after women on Instagram, hits their DMs, starts liking their shit, and then lures them in and says, oh, do you want to come work out with me? Oh, I want to take you to Mexico, like all this bullshit. And I realized that was his tool. But here's the thing. I'm a very intuitive person. I can smell bullshit from a mile away. So throughout this period, I kept him at an arm's length, whereas these other poor women who I connected with did not. And just seeing the shit that he did to them and the way he manipulated it all on social media really led me to go, okay, cool. So moving forward, whoever the next person in my life is, we're going to have to, like, communication needs to be on 100, because if I smell an ounce of any of this bullshit, I'm not having it. So had to share that because I am a very private person. However, there are people out there, both men and women, who are using their social media as a tool to create this little game plan for themselves. So that's all I got.
And Nathan, just to go off what she said, like a lot of
Yeah,
girls, a lot of women don't even, like, I know in America at least, a lot of women, it's like a culture for a lot of women to not even want to post their guy because of how embarrassing the stories are of what men are doing to women. Just like this story right here, like women be thinking like dudes are embarrassing, and we have to kind of like prove ourselves to not be embarrassing. It takes a
Well,
certain
it's
amount
not
of time.
even just proving yourself. It's just that everyone, I think mental health on the full front for everyone is so important, and getting in touch with the relationship with you, with yourself, and owning your shit. And also when you come with someone that you want to build something with, you put both of your shit in front of one another and you build from that. You create fertilizer from that. You know what I mean? That's called growth.
Yeah.
And that's what it's
And just
about.
being real.
You know, you got to be real with one another. And after this dumpster trash year, I think we all know moving forward with whatever relationships we have, both platonic and personal, we don't have time for bullshit. And I think I'm hoping that that's the narrative going forward for a lot of people, is that we continue to just be real with one another and not waste anyone's time.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
just
want to
most
ask a question to the
important
guys.
Yo, let me move on to the last person, Chanel. If your partner don't post you, are you gonna be pressed about it or not bothered?
Just to follow on from what someone said not wanting to be embarrassed by their partner.
I think if somebody makes it to my partner, the trust is there. So I'm not going to avoid posting them for the sake of being embarrassed, because if we're actually together, you are my partner. Like, I'm not going to have those reservations. We would have passed those already. But to answer your question, no, I just wouldn't care. Like, there's a big difference
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
hiding having a partner and then not posting me. Like, if he's publicly said that he has a girlfriend, or is like, oh, I'm out with my girl, or whatever, that's fine. Like, I don't care. You don't need to post me. Like, I don't need to be on your socials, because I sure as hell, I'm not posting a man on mine. I'm not doing it.
Wait,
Like,
Wait, why not though? Why
Well, you'll
not
never
for you
post them.
personally?
You never post the man on your social media.
girls ain't silly.
on
Hey,
my,
I got a
on
question
my
for the
private,
guys.
Shad, I can't lie. You fucking kill me, man.
not on my private Insta, I will, but on my public
Come
Insta,
on.
like
Okay. I get.
my
Oh,
I got a
business
question for the
one,
guys.
Your business wants for your
you
business. And
must be mad. Also, like that, it's all about me. I'm not going to post it. Why? For what reason? To prove what? On my public, on my private one, okay, cool. But I don't need to be posted on my man's Insta like that. Like if you make a point of avoiding me being in your pictures, that's a different story.
yeah.
Like, if we're in a
Yeah,
picture
that's
together
mad.
and you kind of cut me out at the end,
oh, that's mad.
then we've got a problem.
Yeah, that's wild. That's
Like,
wild.
if you're
That's,
avoiding it, then it's a bit
That would-
weird. We'll have a conversation. But at the same time, if you're a good partner to me,
Yeah.
people know we're together and you're not hiding that, then why do people need to see my face on your gram?
I feel you, man. Maxwell, motherfucking D.
Hello there. What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
It's an interesting conversation, man. Seriously, man. I've been through it so many times in my career.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm brazen, you know. I've been the kind of guy that's never really bothered about posting my missus on my socials, because I'm just the kind of guy that when I'm with someone, I'm just with them. It don't really matter. I got nothing to hide. Musically, I don't think it affects you, but it can do. And this is why I will say that it's a 50-50 one, because I've been victim to it, where I have been, you know, I've posted the person that I'm with all over my socials, and then it gets all techie. They, you know, people get hold of them for whatever reasons. People spotting them out in the dances or whatever. Oh, you're Maxwell's girlfriend or whatever. It gets a bit techie. So after a while, you just kind of feel, well, we're together, innit? Like, this is just a social media platform. It's not who we are. It's not our lives. You know what I mean? We live together, or whatever we're doing. We don't need social media gratification. You got verification just to say what we are. So in that purpose, I'll say this is down to the individual. It is down to the people. If you want to post your partner, you post your partner. If you don't want to post your partner, don't post your partner. It should not affect the relationship. Social media should not be affecting nobody's relationship. This is a joke. People need to allow this likes, not likes. Who cares? Like, but don't get me wrong, you do see some foul play on social media. Hands are in the picture. Like, man's ducking out the picture. You know how we see all the memes.
It's real. It's real.
We see all the memes.
It's 2020 though. Everything's about the social media.
Yeah, but I think we attach our lives so much to social media that we're forgetting that hello, like you messaging your partner in the other room and it gets all techie. It's just like, come on, let's grow up, man. Let's just be adults and say we're together. We don't need none of our friends or our people on social media to make us feel any better or what we are. We are what we are, and that's it. That's what I want to say. Sorry.
I've got a question for all the ladies.
Go on, Max. Go on.
Has any one of you guys ever dated like an artist or a rapper? I wanted to know how the dynamics were with the social media in that terms, because like going off what Maxwell said,
Pointless.
like,
Pointless.
is it really though?
I
can speak from
a manager.
Wait, one at a time. So let's go from Tracy and then Tatiana.
Start with Ashley.
We start with Ashley and then we'll work our
Ashley.
way down, guys.
Yeah.
Ashley, to Max's question.
I mean, I've done the whole celebrity thing, and to be honest, it really just depended on how seriously he wanted to take you. Because I've had guys that didn't want to post me at all, but then I could kind of get the vibe that they weren't ready for that type of commitment. But then I've had guys that were super, super famous that posted me right away, like immediately, like didn't even ask me if I wanted to be posted, just posted me. So I think it just depends on how seriously he actually want to take you and where he sees that relationship going.
Yeah, but my thing was we're coming from a place where we've all been saying, no, I wouldn't feel pressed anyway if he doesn't post me or anything. But why is it such a dynamic? Because I've seen it happen.
It's like I said before, when it comes down to how much you're posting your personal life on your page. So if you're a celebrity, let's just say you're a football player. If you're a football player that wants to post every part of your life outside of football, then yes, I think you should be posting your woman as well. But if you're only posting when you have games, when you have a new sponsorship, when you have a deal, no, I don't think you should necessarily have to post your woman because you don't post your personal life.
I hear it. I hear it.
That's true. I totally agree with
I
that.
respect it.
100%.
Nathan, I got a
respect
question
it.
for the man then.
Wait. We're
What
gonna get
happened
through.
to?
We're gonna get through the ladies for Max's question. Cass, was that you? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Hold on to that, please,
Alright,
bro.
go on.
Cool. Max, what is your question again, brother?
My question was, if for women, like, what's the dynamic like when you've dated like a rapper or an artist or something like
Cool.
someone that comes from that angle? Yeah.
Cool. Besh.
Um,
Hold on, Trace. Besh.
Oh, me, I've never dealt with anyone like that, so nah, I'll pass.
Would you ever?
Would I ever? Yeah, I would, but it depends.
Okay. Cool. Trace.
Hey everyone. So I grew up in Los Angeles, a certain part of Los Angeles, and have been a part of certain circles. I have dated people in the industry. It's pointless to care about their social media if you are not a wife of theirs. I wouldn't even say serious relationship because they have a brand. And a part of their brand is kind of to push this idea that they are forever single. And many times these artists are not single. Being in a relationship is not a good look. I don't know how it is now, but I know coming up, that wasn't a thing to kind of highlight. It was like the music and this idea that they're living the life as a bachelor. And so if you are with someone like that, you have to have really thick skin and kind of be emotionally detached, which is kind of a thing of mine. I don't care as much as the next girl in terms of feeling validated behind social media. And so if you're with a celebrity, rapper, baller, whatever, to me, it's pointless to be posted if you guys are literally not married and have started building a family together, because those relationships, the turnover is high. And you have to think to yourself, do you want to be connected to this person and it not work out? A great example of that is Lori Harvey, gorgeous girl, but she took a hit even more dating Future publicly because, even though she's a beautiful girl, it's like, why would you even give this type of man? I don't care, how rich he is. There are
She wanted
richer
clout.
men. Huh?
She already has clout.
Yeah, that's a
She's
weird
already,
thing to say
and
because
that's
she
Gave
already
her
has
more
that.
clout though.
Not
but
really.
I'm saying, wait.
More than
But I'm saying she
Calm down.
took a ding to her own reputation because she publicly dated somebody that now she's not even with. You see what I'm saying? So women have to really thoroughly think, is it worth even posting relationships in general if this man doesn't even end up being my husband?